especially predators. Can you hear her? She's talking very quietly. But since she's so excited, we'll just quickly tell you about how we teach them this training, is that we have a sound. He will have a whistle, I have a click. That way Kira doesn't react every time I make a noise. And what we do is we teach them, every time you hear this sound, it means great job, food is on its way. So how do you think we do that? Have you guys done it at home? It's pretty tricky. So what we do is we make the sound, give them a treat. Sound, give them a treat. Sound, give them a treat. Sound, what happens? They get a treat. So they start anticipating when they hear that noise, they know food is coming. So that's a positive reinforcement for doing the correct behavior. And it starts teaching them, the more you do that behavior, the more often you're going to get paid. So if Kira is laying down and we want to teach her lay down, when we see her laying down on her own, we'll come out, make that sound, and give her a treat through the fence. Do we go inside with the tigers? No, we do not. That is not so much that they are a predator, it's also that that's their territory. So even if they are going to be nice or playful or whatever it is, they are also going to protect their space. So that's what happens in the wild, is if we respect their space and stay out of it, give them their home, then they're quite happy to stay in their space and avoid us. So we have the same thing, we have protective contact, so we stay on our side of the fence, Kira stays on her side of the fence, she can do whatever she would like to be a tiger. And lastly, we want to thank you for supporting wildlife conservation. The ticket you bought today does go towards conservation projects. These cats, when you come to see them, that's money actually going towards conservation. And these are part of a very important breeding program as well. Because there's very few tigers left in the wild, that means we actually have to preserve their diversity and their genetics. So we actually have a stud book of tigers and can trade within zoos to make sure we're breeding them as responsibly as possible to help preserve those traits. Otherwise, I will let Ryan get started. We are able to open the gate today if you want. With the gate open, I need everyone's butts on or near a rock. My job is to make sure you stay on a rock. And Ryan's job is to watch the tiger. So as long as we stay on the rocks, we'll have this gate open. It's a little better view. Perfect. And then Ryan's going to get started with some training using some of the tools he has, and I can give you a play-by-play. But you'll hear his noise is a whistle. That is the great job. Here is your food. He has tongs to help him grab that meat. And he has a stick with a red ball on the end that Kira knows to touch certain body parts to. And he has a bucket of meat. So those are his treats today. Otherwise, we will get started and see what Kira is interested in doing. Yeah, it's a big treat. So, she's so excited, she's offering the most difficult behavior, even though we didn't ask for it. So we're going to do some nose targeting. Oh, good job, Kira. Really cool note about Kira is she actually was not a fan of the stage she is currently running across because she got stung by a bee. So for over a year, almost a year, she refused to cross the left half of that stage. And through this positive reinforcement, Ryan is very proud of her that she has learned that the left-hand side is quite positive by getting treats and working over on that side. And now you saw she's quite comfortable crossing all over the place. So big up.
I like to drink.
This is the down. When we ask Kira to do certain things, we will have a voice command and a hand command. So we have a hand cue. If she's watching us, she can look at that. We also have the word down or sit, so that if she's not watching us, she can hear us to back up. And we're asking her to show us certain body parts so we can get a look at how her paws are doing, how her muscles are feeling, how her joints are doing. We did a big mouth there and looked at her teeth. And this sit, lay down, sit is kind of like tiger push-ups. And you saw there, she said, no, thank you. So So she also has the total choice to participate or not. That is the disclaimer in this program, but she's quite interested as well today. But if she decides she doesn't want to do something, we'll offer it again to see if she wants to change her mind. And a big up, and a hold. But if she decided to walk to the back of the enclosure, that's what she gets to do today. So it's something we try every day, so that usually they want to participate. They know it's quick and easy and positive, but they do have that choice. This means that if a tiger isn't eating and we want to get a look at its teeth, the vet the vet doesn't need to come, put them under anesthetic, take them to the vet clinic, take a look at their teeth, find out there's no problem with their teeth, it's something else. They can just come up here, work with the keepers, ask for a big mouth, and we'll teach them to hold those behaviors so that it's happening long enough we can actually examine. And a big up. Well, these are tiger push-ups because Kira is very interested. Now, Kira is very different than her parents because she's 4 years old. There's a difference in energy level. She's also learning these behaviors. So we're asking her to hold for a very short period of time. This is a big reward at the end. Can you give a round of applause for Kira? And we'll just wait to move until this gate is closed. But lastly, I just want to say that her parents are 16, 15 years old. Those are quite old tigers. So they do have arthritis and things like that, that this training lets us see how their joints are doing daily, because those could flare up or be really good. If they don't want to do something, it could be that they're not in the mood, or it could be that they're feeling more sore. So this is really important for us to do those daily health checks and dental checks. So again, we do want to thank you for supporting wildlife conservation. We're going to close the gate here for you. And then once those yellow ropes are moved, you're able to move around. And I will hang out if you have any questions. Again, my name is Cassia. And we do have some animal feeding programs today around the zoo. At 1 o'clock, the birds in the rainforest building will get fed. And at 2 o'clock, the porcupines in the savannah will get fed. So again, thank you for supporting wildlife conservation. Have a great day.